In the last video, we figured out how to run the code inside of our project. We're now going to move on to figuring out exactly what that first line of code inside of our main.go file means, specifically the line that says package main. We'll first talk about the word package, and then we'll talk about why we use the word main right here. All right, let me pull up a diagram. Here we go. So when you see the word package in Go, you can think of a package as being like a project or a workspace. A package is a collection of common source code files. So if you and I are working on one discrete application, like we're working on one app right now, we would traditionally be creating one single package. So a package can have many related files inside of it, each file ending with a file extension of .go. The only requirement for every file inside of a package is that the very first line of each file must declare the package that it belongs to. So for example, if these three files right here all belong to package main, then each file needs to have the statement package main at the very top, just like our current main.go file does right here. So if we had two other files inside of this project as well, or inside this package, they would also need to declare package main at the top. Now I want to tell you a little bit about exactly why we called our package main. Why do we call it main? Why didn't we call it hello world to name the folder that it belongs to? Well, inside of Go, there are two different types of packages. There is an executable type and a reusable type. An executable type of package is one that when compiled spits out an actual runnable file or an executable file. Just like what we saw when we executed the go build command at our command line. Remember when we ran go build main.go, like that right there, it spit out this main file right here, which we were then able to run and execute. So this file right here was created specifically because we created a executable type package. Executable packages are usually used for actually doing something. And that's primarily what we are going to be doing in this course. We are going to be writing programs that we can run and we can use them to accomplish tasks. We also have access to reusable packages. And you can think of these as being like code dependencies or libraries. These are packages that are not used to, say, like double click on and execute. Instead, we put in a lot of reusable logic or helper functions or stuff that will just help us reuse some code on future projects in the future. So you might be a little bit curious, how do we know if we are making an executable package or a reusable one? So how do we know when we're making one or the other? If you look at our source code file, clearly there's nothing really inside of here that says, oh yeah, spit out some executable file when you compile me. So how do we know when we're making one or the other? Well, it's actually a little bit tricky. Remember that we called our package with the name of main. So the very first line for us inside of our file said package main. It's actually the name of the package that you use that determines whether you are making an executable or dependency type package. So specifically the word main is used to make an executable type package. So we took package main, we ran go build on it, and it spit out a file called main, or main.exe if you're on Windows. If we had used any other name for our package besides main, so if we had called it package blah blah, and then ran go build, it would not spit out an actual executable file. So the word package main is sacred. It's one that we use only when we are making a package that we want to spit out some runnable file. Throughout the rest of this course, you and I are going to be making projects that primarily are using the name package main because we generally always want to be creating something that we can immediately run and test. However, if we were trying to make some library of reusable code, or if we wanted to make some project that we can share with our friends so they can use our code on their own project, that's when we would start using a more specialized package name. Now to summarize, basically, whenever we see the word package main, that means we are making an executable package. Any other name whatsoever means we are making a reusable or dependency type package. Now the last thing I want to tell you about this, is that anytime we make an executable package, it must always have a function inside of it called main as well. So if we flip back over to our code editor, that's what this statement right here was. We had said func main. So we specifically created a function called main because we had called package main right here, creating an executable type package. Now, to just give you a quick demo of this, I'm going to go up to the very first line of code up here, and I'm going to change the name of my package over to Apple. Now I'm going to go back over to my terminal. If I list out all of my files and folders, you'll see that I still have the main executable right here. So I'm going to remove it really quick. Now I'm back to only main.go. If I build this file now with a different package name, and then list out all my files and folders, you'll see that I did not get an actual executable thing inside of here. So obviously the name of the package does matter. I'm now going to change it back to a package name of main, like so. I'll go back over, build my project again, and now I see that I got the executable here again. Okay, so I think that's probably enough for packages right now. Again, we're going to get a lot more experience with packages in the future. So for right now, let's just focus on our next question at hand, where we want to figure out exactly what that next line of code means. So let's take a quick break and start talking about that import statement in the next section.